You thought you came here for a Holo Taco Q&A. Oh no, it's math class, baby. On the third day of Christmas, simply give to me a math lesson under the tree. Hello, everyone. It's December. How did that happen? Why did that happen? Why did this happen? Why are we at the end of 2022? Where did the year go? Today is the day 3 of Christmas with no H. In case you're like, what? Christmas is spelled weird? Yes, it's spelled like Christine with no H because my name doesn't have an H. I am Christine, not Christine. So we spell Christmas with C-R-I-S-T-M-A-S. On the third day of Christmas, Holo Taco sent to me a wonderful Simply stream. Let's do the Peely bag competition review, because I know you want to know. So, a Peely what now? What? In case you're new, you're like, what is going on? Oh, I've got a ban.
Your presenter voice.
I'm presenting. Thank you, teacher's assistant, for the T. Peely base is a what?
You peel what off? Excuse me, nails? What?
Yes, Peely base is our peel off base coat. I've been using it ever since I discovered that this technology of nails exists because I just love to paint my nails and peel it off. It's satisfying. It's also a really easy way to remove glitter if you hate removing glitter. But yeah, that's what Peely base is. And I've been doing that for years. Should I take notes? Yes, Megan, please take notes. There will be a quiz. One winner gets a $500 Holo Taco shopping spree. And the rules were you had to submit the number of Peelies that you guessed through our Google surveys. And whoever submits the exact correct answer first, or whoever is closer, but just under, kind of like Price is Right rules, would win. So yes, we had to think about this for a long time, about what the rules would be. Because what if no one guessed right? There was a 24-hour entry period that ended just 20 minutes ago, but I had to pull the data before I went to bed last night. So there was over 20,000 people who entered this competition before I went to sleep. I had to exclude 258 of them because they were not numbers. People just wrote text in the field instead of numbers. So I'm sorry, I kicked you out.
Goodbye.
And there were 12 entries that guessed the correct number of Peelies. 12 people got it right. Which is crazy. The winning entry, which was the first entry, exactly 48 minutes after the competition launched, has already been notified. That person was emailed last night. The number of Peelies in my Peely bag was 1,376. Were you way off? You were way off. You were way under. You guessed way more. You guessed 800. I have to admit, like looking at this picture, first of all, in the bag, it doesn't look like that much. But on the desk laid out, it looks like a lot. So even I, when I was reviewing the footage, I'm like, I couldn't guess just by looking at it. Peely stats, let's go. The minimum guess was 0. Yes, people actually guessed there was 0 Peelies in the bag that clearly has contents in it. Just for some proof, these were some of the lowest entries. 0, 0, 1.693, 2, 2.12. What are you doing? Yo, are you okay? The only logical explanation I can think of for why there was decimal points was maybe because in French, they use a dot instead of a virgule, a comma, sometimes. So maybe they meant like 1,693, but I don't know that. Same in Germany? Okay. But like, you know, I can't account for all that. I just thought like maybe that's it. But yeah, unfortunately, those answers were not. A good thing there wasn't a 1376 here. The max guess was 56,789,016.
Why?
What is going on? You think there's 56 million Peelies in here? What the? And that wasn't the only wild one. Oh no, there was a 5 million, a 4 million, 1 million, 1.3 million, a bunch of hundreds of thousands. What are you doing? Maybe these are people who just never peeled off their nails and they saw the mound on my desk and they just guessed like the highest number they could. I don't know. 66666, yes.
I have the devil's number of Peelies.
0 because they weren't in the bag anymore. Yeah, but I put them back in the bag at the end of the video. That wouldn't have been fair. The counting went way too high. But let's do some statistics. You thought you came here for a Holo Taco Q&A. Oh no, it's math class, baby. We're doing math. Okay, the average guess of Peelies of the 20-something thousand entries was 6,605.84, which is much higher from the actual number of Peelies, 1,376. However, the median guess was very close to the number of actual Peelies, 1,275. And you may be asking, why is the average so much higher than the median? What's the difference? Well, the average takes into account ridiculous outliers like 56 million. And when you add all 20,000 or so values up and then divide by the number of values, those high outliers, like those millions ones, are going to drastically affect and drag up the average. So a lot of statisticians and math people, sometimes, depending on the data set, will use the median, which is like if you were to look at the number and the exact middle value, if you have 20,000 and you look at what's the 10,000th number, that's your median, the one in the middle. Personally, always loved the median. The median's my bae. Whenever I was doing statistics and running reports, I'm like, what's the median though, okay? Fuck the average. The mode is like, what's the most famous number? What's the most popular? What's a la mode? That's how I used to remind myself in grade school when I didn't remember what mode was. So 500 was the most common guess, with 127 entries guessing 500 Peelies. Interesting. Maybe it's just because it's like an easy number to write. 500, kind of far from the actual number, but we're doing 12 days of math, yeah. On the third day of Christmas, simply gave to me a math lesson under the tree. Okay, SD is standard deviation. It means how messy and far from the mean, aka the average, were the entries or the results. And we've got 40 million because of these people.
These people!
Made our standard deviation absolutely insane. And if I subtract or remove just the 56 millionth number here, then our standard deviation is 4 million, which is still wild. But there you go. Very messy. Messy, wild. That's the way we like it though. I thought a la mode just meant having ice cream with your pie. Ben. Congratulations to the one winner who has already been notified. Does anyone have any mathematical questions? Honestly, I took statistics for fun as an elective in high school, so I'm loving Simply's math class. Yes. This is beginner stats nail Peelies 101. How long did it take to count the Peelies? Good question. I sat downstairs filming that short for, I don't know, like a couple hours. I had something else that I thought was really interesting. Between guesses that were 1,000 and 2,000 in value, so like the guesses that were most realistic, there were only 169 of those 1,000 numbers that weren't cited. There was good coverage, basically, is what I'm saying. So 83% of numbers between 1,000 and 2,000 were in fact guessed. There was a lot of people who guessed the same number. So it was quite common for a number to have 10 people who guessed the same number, or 5 people or 20 people. So yeah. What was the total number of entries? It was over 20,000. Okay, that concludes the presentation for the Peely Bag competition. Bye.